What's up, everybody? DRJ here, bringing you some Juggernauts, Gen Rape, Base Rape action, whatever you want to call it. This is still one of my earlier gameplays, so just kind of going the Gen Rape route. I think you already saw my first gameplay. I was playing the Raider class. The Juggernaut is one of the heavier classes. You can see it has, I think, exactly twice the amount of health as the other class. The main gun I'm using is it's a mortar round. It does extremely high damage, and it's slow to fire, a little unwieldy, not quite as user friendly as the grenade launcher that I had trying to blast that guy. I don't know if I got him or not. Ooh, definitely got a hit on him. Oh my god. So the cool thing about this is I basically have the same amount of health as I do as my Raider, but my health just regens on this guy, so just firing these down here. This is me just experimenting, trying to play around with different weapons. I'm not sure I'm not just racking up the kills in here. I feel like everybody should be dying right now, and especially that guy, but I guess not. There's a couple other mortar style guns, and I'm not sure which one really does a whole lot more ammo, or which one does a lot more damage. Kind of got my shit handed to me there on that first run, but then I come back and really fuck up their base. So I'm not sure which one is a lot better. One of them kind of clusters out. I haven't played around with it too much. Like I said, there's a lot of classes. This is one of my first experiences even playing as the Jugg at all. So. Now, briefly, like I mentioned in the last video, I think I'm level 5 in this, somewhere between 4 and 6, and unfortunately, the combat at the higher levels is, in my opinion, not nearly as fun as the combat at the lower levels, because the combat down here is much more fast and furious, and it feels a little bit more meaningful, I suppose. Switching over here to the spin fuser, which seems a little bit easier to be using, especially this one. I think it does more. Yeah, this guy's gonna get fucked here soon. There we go. See you later, Nick96. Because in the later difficulty levels, or once you hit like level 8 or whatever it is, and they start pairing you up with guys that was nice, bounced right off his face. And they start pairing you up with everybody who's played the game for a long time. What you find is like all the bases have been raped. Everything is basically destroyed. Nick96, you poor SOB. Everything has been destroyed, and it doesn't really feel like there's a whole lot that matters, to be perfectly honest. The generators will be destroyed on both bases. The turrets are down. Everything is down, and it's just a colossal. It just feels like a clusterfuck, and it doesn't really feel like there's a lot of meaning to anything because, like I said, both bases will be absolutely destroyed. And I think because the maps are so absolutely huge, got him with that mortar round, that was kind of nice. Because the maps are so huge, when they steal the flags, unfortunately, they just kind of run with them, and they stay away for the rest of the match, and it's hard to. That's fucking awesome. And it's hard to end the match, so then I'm going the full 25 minutes. And that full 25 minutes consists of multiple people just consists of people running after flag carriers and dying, or killing their flag carrier, and then the moment you kill the flag and return to base, somebody else steals it. It feels a lot like, I guess, like Ring Around the Rosie is the best way to explain that, unfortunately. I don't remember the old tribes necessarily feeling like that quite so much, but it's hard to say. One of the things that's gone on in gaming is just that game rounds as time has gone have sped up, and I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing. Oh yeah, you're gonna get it. Oh, missed that shot. That's right. Put one right over in the butts here. Oh, now I'm getting butt fucked by this guy. Get down there. Going back down. One of the things that's gone on in gaming as time has gone on is, like I said, rounds have started to decrease in time, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it makes for more action, a better pace of gameplay. And unfortunately, when you start playing a game that's, you know, rounds to last closer to 25, 30 minutes when you're used to something like 7 to 10 from COD, it's a huge difference. You know, and I like the, kind of all over in this. I like, one of the things that's nicer about slightly longer rounds is that you're able to, you know, typically play a little bit more tactical, right? I mean, I think one of the attractions of a game like, say, DayZ is that, you know, in DayZ, I posted a video up a while ago where I bombed some guy's car with a grenade, but what was really cool about that video is later on where I go outside the base and flank around and shoot this guy in the back of who was waiting for, you know, myself and Bruce to leave, and you know, I kill him when it was flawlessly executed. It felt fantastic, and the point is, you know, outsmarted him. And the faster the gameplay gets, I want to say, I mean, they're just, it feels like there's less outsmarting, there's more spamming, and despite the fact that the rounds in this are longer, it feels like there's that tactical element just isn't there, because I think partly due to the high amount of players, there's a lot of dudes in here, and it's hard to contend. Like, I think with like 16 on 16 is what it is. So, like I said, they made big maps and they put in a lot of players. So it kind of feels like, I don't want to say it kind of feels like you're useless, but like I said, the maps end up dragging on a long time at the higher difficulty levels because so many people have crossed a certain skill threshold, and it's regardless of your certain skill level, it's really hard to get the flag back when they're, you know, flying around at 1,000 miles an hour, jumping all over the place. So it just kind of feels, like I said, ring around the rosy. Whereas in other FPS games, like I said, say an older Battlefield style game, it was more outsmarting, and a new COD style game. Not that there's not outsmarting elements, but a lot of that is dumbed down. You know, with that, oh, that's gonna hurt. A lot of it is dumbed down in favor of, you know, spamming, you know, your frag X3 and loading back in, and, you know, dying, doing it all over again, etc., etc. And as I mentioned before, one of the ways you can tell is KD. I don't think I actually show KD in this. Not that that's like the end-all be-all test, but when somebody has a, like I said, when the best guys are rocking, you know, 2 or 3 to 1 KDs, you know, it says something, as opposed to like the upper players, you know, routinely running 10 to 15 to 1 KDs, no problem. So, in this one, like I said, I don't think they show deaths, it's just kills, and a lot of the guys at the higher levels are getting a lot of kills, but they're also dying incessantly. They're running over and they're spamming and just murdering people and dying, coming back in, respawning instantly, doing it again. So, gotta say, it's got me a little turned off with it. It did capture the feel a little bit of the older tribes, but I feel like that feel is starting to dissipate as I go up higher in the difficulty levels. Just not necessarily what I'm looking for, I don't think, unfortunately. Maybe I'll just keep making accounts and playing at lower levels. So anyway, hope you guys like it. I might have a few more, might not. We'll have to see what the future holds.